many people have not been here before? First breakfast. Okay, cool, welcome here. I hope that you find this room very inviting. And please talk to you guys that have been here before. You know what it was like to come here the first time, so make sure you make the people beside you welcome. And it still amazes me month to month how we have an idea and it becomes this. And it literally was just like an idea of something. And it takes a lot of people to get to this. We have a committee of people. And there's a few of them here today. Crystal's walking around handing out tickets. You all met Catherine when you signed in, and thank you so much for obliging us for the extra initials today. And Laura, our rockstar tweeter, is Laura. Give us a wave. And so yeah, so she's been if you've had questions or anything, she's been answering your questions. And I'd feel bad if I missed somebody, but I think that it's just us women today. It does take a lot of work from our sponsors. So we have a website, and Crystal and Mike for Full Creative and Inkplot do our website. We love having the tweet wall at these breakfasts. Market Wired has done our press releases from the first event we ever held. And we're excited to have Neil join us for taking pictures. And a few days after events, he actually posts them in a Flickr album that we give you the link to. So we're really appreciative of that. And in the back, behind the camera, is Travis. And sometime after this event, it always takes a little bit of time, but we get the video uploaded to our website. Okay, so for anybody that wants to see the video. Okay. The best way to thank them, you guys, is to send out a tweet. For those of you that tweet, is to send out a tweet. We've got on the tweet wall. Corey, you have all the handles, right, for everybody on that slide? Perfect. So it's scrolling through tweet wall if you're looking for anybody's. Now, I'd like to say a huge thank you to Smart for hosting us. They don't typically host outside groups in this venue, and it's a shame because it's a beautiful venue. And so we're really, really grateful. Sam, do you want to, sorry to interrupt you, Sam. Sam's going to come and do a welcome. While she's saying that, I'm going to take a moment to say that there's a briefing room upstairs. The briefing center has individual rooms that actually showcase more of the products and the products in a different way. And so on your way out today, it's just when you come up the stairwell, it's the glass doors right to the right of the stairwell door when you're coming out. Feel free to take a wander through the briefing room. Go ahead.
Hi everyone, my name's Samantha Patterson. You can call me Sam. I'm the manager of online communities here at Smart Technologies, so I run our social media team and our blogs. We're so happy to have the breakfast in our building this morning. I think this is the most people who've collectively tweeted at once at one time in the building, so I'm really looking forward to you breaking our Wi-Fi or something awesome like that. We're very thrilled to have you here. Smart's mission is to transform the way the world works and learns. We're going to talk a little bit about ourselves later and what we do, but yeah, thank you for coming, and we're really happy to be hosting this event.
Okay. Thank you so much, Sam. Sam has no idea what our history, and for those of you who are first time, have no idea what our history is with tech, problems with tech. So she just really jinxed it when she said breaking our Wi-Fi, because that's like now a very live possibility. Now, one of the things that Smart does is they have a charity that they support. And there's a lot of exciting things about this, and we're not going to talk about it today. We have so many things to refer to, so we don't have time to do a few of these individual ones. But I encourage you to go to Me2We Twitter account, check the link for their websites there, check it out, what they do. We want to do, so I mentioned this in the email that I sent to all of you, we want to do a quick 50-50 today and just give back a little bit to the charity for Smart. So what we have is Catherine is in the middle of the room right there with green tickets, and we're just doing it easy, a loony or a toonie, whatever you might be interested in contributing to that. That would be great today. Oh, I got it. Thank you so much for that. The first time that I encountered Sam Hester was at an economic development event down at the Central United Church, and she had this huge poster board that was, well, probably a bit bigger than what the whiteboard is that Sam's working on right now. And I was in awe, mesmerized maybe is the word, of how she was listening, processing, and creating at the same time. And I like to multitask, but even I can't do those three things at the same time. And it just amazes me how she does that. So I've encountered her a couple of times. And when we were looking for, when we were thinking about what to do this morning, Sam immediately came to mind. And it was very serendipitous that she could actually, what's happening? Okay,
Moderation on swears. No one swear.
If you want to come and say a word or two, she actually told me that she's been wanting to test her art on a digital board and just hadn't had the opportunity, and so this was a perfect fit.
Thanks for having me. Donna asked me just to say a couple words about graphic recording. That's what I'm going to do today. I am a graphic recorder, and what that means usually is that I come to an event or a workshop, and I have a giant poster and 100 felt markers, and I take illustrated meeting minutes of the event for two reasons. One, so that there's something fun to watch at the event, and number two, so that there's a visual record afterwards to keep the event fresh in the minds of all the participants. So today I feel really disconcerted because I don't have a giant tool belt with a bunch of markers and a bunch of masking tape and rolls of paper. I just have this little pen. So I'm really excited to try drawing on the smartboard, which is totally new for me. Graphic recording is kind of an emerging field that lots of people are still finding out about, and digital graphic recording is probably even more on the cutting edge, so this is pretty exciting. Thanks.
Thanks, Sam. Yes, yeah, please say. We took Sam through a tour of the briefing center on Monday, and they're coming out with a new product in October. Am I allowed to say this?
We're going to show a video.
Oh, okay, so you know, thanks. I just realized I never, okay, I'm going to let you finish my sentence. So when I had met with Brittany, where are you? Brittany, are you in the room? Where's Brittany? Brittany's in the back. Brittany and Mark, is Mark here? It doesn't, so Brittany has been very kind. Please give her a round of applause. She's been very kind from Smart putting this all together for us. And at the first, one of the conversations I had with Brittany, when we were talking about the board, she mentioned that one of the uses that businesses have for it is actually taking notes, and at the end of a presentation, then the notes can be downloaded. And like anything, it depends. It goes right to a smartphone if you've actually got it hooked up to a computer, and if you're just using the board, it goes to a USB, right? So I thought it would be a great ad this morning, and the first person that came to mind is my friend Jane. She's very creative, and she's another one that can actually hear something and immediately put it in a very creative way on a screen. So thank you so much to Jane. She's just spent a couple of minutes with the digital board herself. So if you guys don't mind saying thanks to these guys for experimenting in front of us. I think that must be a very vulnerable thing to do. Okay, oh, and you know what, sorry, I'm just going to pause here for a sec so you can actually see her information. So Ascender Calgary is her account. Well, okay. We're going to quickly highlight a couple of events that are happening today. And just so you know, this is a very casual room. If you feel like you want something to drink, something to eat, whatever, just get up and move around the room. Jen, where's Jen? Can you give us a wave? Stand up. Okay, Jen's right here. If you want more information about this event, I'm just going to get you to talk to Jen after the session today. But she's with Chick Geek YYC, and they have a Y Mentorship Matters program that's happening on September 30th. So they do incredible events. If you've never attended any, you should check them out. And Jen will answer any questions, okay? Thanks, Jen. Now, Shannon, if you would just want to come forward. So I'm very grateful to Shannon for joining us today. And she's got an incredible opportunity that she's starting in October. Go ahead.
Morning, everybody. Morning, everybody. So thanks for letting me talk about the the social media series. I'm really excited about it. It's running October through November, Saturday mornings from 9 to 11. There's 2 spots left, and Donna will talk later. We're going to give 1 spot away, so there's 1 other spot left. We're pretty full. So 9 weeks, 9 to 11 a.m. Saturday mornings. And what it's really meant to do, I feel really passionate that everybody should be online, if people see it or not. But I want everybody to blog and everybody to tweet and everybody to figure out what you're passionate about and be able to articulate that out. So that's what we're really going to be working on. So the 2 hours is, the first hour is the strategy session. And we're going to be talking about the tool and what you need to be doing on it and different ideas. And the next hour, we're going to be opening up our tablets and computers and actually getting work done. And then I'm going to give people homework for the week, and we'll come back and talk about it. Hopefully you'll want to do the homework. So really excited about it. It's going to be really dynamic and really interactive. So that's what the 9-week social media series is. Thanks, Donna.
So we're going to challenge the colored tickets today. Thank you, Shannon. So white is for the door prize. We'll deal with that in a few minutes. Green is for the 50-50. Now we're going to add pink tickets to it. So what I need one person to help me. Callie, do you want to help me? Callie, it's very nice of you to come today. What I'm going to, pardon me? Oh, sure. So Callie, meet Shannon. So what we're going to do is, for this particular course, it's Saturday mornings. The dates are here. If you can attend and you are interested in attending, grab a pink ticket and somebody will actually win a registration for Shannon's course, and we'll do that draw in a couple minutes. We have an abundance of things today. I'm so grateful to you guys that donate so freely to this. Now, it just so happened that this event coincided with YYC, with the Pizza Week. Terry on our committee is the brainchild behind Burger Week. How many people participated in Burger Week? Yes, okay, a very successful event that ran in May and raised a lot of money for charities. This time, this event is being done specifically for a fundraiser for Meals on Wheels. Is somebody from Meals on Wheels here today? Oh, hi. Okay, what's your name? Ashley? Yeah, okay. So Ashley from Meals, thank you so much for joining us today. So what they have is 43 vendors have created a unique pizza, and for every pizza of that unique pizza that they sell between today and next Sunday, like in that 9 days or whatever it is, it's a $20 pizza, and $3 will go to Meals on Wheels. So $20 pizza, $3 will go to Meals on Wheels. When you walk out today, we have a few passports on the back table with a listing of who those vendors are. And so grab a passport if you're interested in participating and check out some. So when I understood that it was going to be around the end of September, I thought, how cool would it be to maybe have pizza for breakfast? And Bob's is in my hood, and I like their pizza. And DJ works with DJ. Where are you? DJ is a friend of mine, and DJ and I met, and we met at Bob's. And DJ does some social media. Am I allowed to say that? He does social media for Bob's. And I'm like, I'm looking for a pizza sponsor, and they like jumped at it. And it was just meant to be Bob. Here I am. Hang on. Bob, are you still in the room? He didn't leave, did he? Oh, good. Okay, so he just finished saying he's never done this before. We nixed the idea of maybe doing a breakfast pizza, but I did understand he brought a bacon one, which is pretty good. Bob, do you want to say a few words?
We do not have bacon at Pizza Bob.
Okay. Do you want to say a few words to us, Bob?
Well, I just want to thank you for the honor of sponsoring you guys and being here, and it's very early for me. Cooked pizza at 8 o'clock. Things were a little fragmented this morning because I closed the place up at 3 o'clock last night. Chewed out Brad Sims and his friends. Walked my dog thinking I was going to stay up all night. Got a phone call at 7 o'clock from my employee saying, Bob, you can deliver these pizzas? I said, I'm supposed to be there at 6 with him. And anyway, I hope you enjoyed the pizzas.
Yes, let's give a round of applause. I was kind of hoping and he would explain what this picture is. Where on earth is this? Hey, maybe Mr. Moderator.
Either it's going to show up there once in a while, or you guys are going to see me type, don't put the words oxygen.
Yeah, okay. Okay, so go ahead, Bob.
That picture just came to us on a text.
Are you serious?
It was not a setup, there was nothing to do with us.
Free marketing. You gotta love that. Okay, well, we're very, very grateful that that you would come and do all this work for us today. We wish.
Have the pizza box and have it fresh out of the oven. I mean, this is not a good representation of us. We did the best we could.
And his name is, in fact, Bob. So behind Bob's Pizza, and Bob's Pizza has been there for a long time. It's right at where Parkdale Memorial changes into Parkdale. Pardon me. Yeah. Okay. So feel free to visit him. Catherine, is Megan here? Is the basket here? Oh, cool. Okay. So I think that. Hang on. What's the next slide? Next slide. Will. Okay. So we'll just. Okay, we're going to do a couple of draws. So everybody's got a door prize ticket. Crystal, just so you know, they don't have quite enough for everyone. Okay. So. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Cool. So the white tickets. Sorry, we had a bunch of our volunteers really think they're on vacation days and stuff today. So we're just a little bit short. One sec. Where did the white tickets go for the door prizes? No, I mean, does everybody have a ticket? This doesn't look like enough. Has everybody got a white ticket? That's okay, she's got them right there. Crystal? Yep, okay. So we'll just take a couple minutes. Okay, so we've got a couple of things to give away today. We've got some gift passes for Pizza Bob's. We've got 3 t-shirts. We've got a gift basket from Megan, and we really scored good this time. This is my favorite prize, and I've been waiting for this one. And when Kevin said that it came through this month, I decided we'd still do it, even though we have a few other prizes. It's $100 for the Highwood Restaurant at Sate. So for you, those of you that have enjoyed that, you know how good it is. Me, I'm still waiting to go. So, but everybody tells me it's an amazing thing. So Sam, do you want to come and help me? And does everybody have a white ticket now? Yes. Okay, cool. So Sam, do you want to draw a number? And does somebody want to write this down and just give it to me later? I don't care who does this. Do you want me to read it out? Write it down. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Do you want me to read it out? Sure, that'd be great.
So the number is 573108.
You're getting a gift certificate for Bob.
Congratulations.
Oh yeah. Okay. So Okay. So then this is a gift certificate for Bob's. Okay. Yep.
The next one, 573056.
We want to know who you are. Okay. So come and talk to us before you leave. Okay. Okay. So did somebody?
Yes, she's coming up.
No. This is a gift certificate for Bob's. Okay. So you've got it? Okay. Okay, so now we have, so there's a gift certificate for Bob's. Do you have your, that's fine. So now the next thing we're going to do is 3 shirts. Wanda, put your hand up. There's the shirts. I've already forgotten. Can someone remind me the name of it's Food on Your Shirt is the company that designed the shirts for Pizza Week. We have shirts here. We're giving away 3 of them. You could go see Wanda and get the size you want or that fits. So
First shirt, 573086.
all right. Okay.
Second shirt, 573103.
Anybody?
573103.
Oh, okay. If you want to see Wanda in the back. And here's another one.
Last shirt, 573067.
Anybody?
573067.
Okay, here. Yeah, maybe.
Okay. Oh,
Oh,
that
you
was
did?
you.
Okay, okay.
All right.
That's okay. Yeah. Okay. $100 gift card for Highwood.
All right. People are sending me vibes. Please let it be me. 573109. 573109.
All right, Neil.
Congratulations.
Okay, see Wanda. Oh, you got the gift card for. Connect with Kevin. He's gonna give. Kevin, wave your hand. He's right there. Okay, so I'll hook you guys up later. Okay, so the last prize we have is the gift basket from. Oh, there it is. There's the best. Megan, thank you so much. Please stand. Okay, this is gift basket is going to Lemon Made Design. Sorry, thank you.
Everything you need for a pizza party except for the course.
573054.
All right. Oh, Cassie. I don't know. I think you should have RSVP'd in order to be eligible. Cassie's a door crasher today. Okay, thank you so much. So, has everybody got their pink ticket? So we'll do that a little bit later. So can I trade you? And I'm going to just hand the mic over to Shannon, and we will start the presentation. Now, Shannon is the one that came to me last winter and said, I have an idea for someone who would might be interested in hosting. And I'm so grateful that Shannon connected us with Smart and started the conversation. And I just felt it was fitting that she should participate this morning. So now as we walk through the presentation, Shannon's going to help us with that. And I'm going to, so SB Kalsick is her, and I'm just going to, I'll give you this mic, and I'm going to open Sam's presentation while, okay?
Thanks. So I'm going to introduce Samantha Patterson. And I just have to say, I do know somebody that works at Smart, so that's kind of how I connected Donna to Smart. But I've always been a little obsessed with Smart. Got to use their Smart boards at Nexon, gosh, maybe 8-9 years ago, and I just love them. I did some software training on them, and they were so wicked. And my daughter gets to use them in her school, and they absolutely love them, and my teacher friends love them, so I've always been a little obsessed. So I'll introduce Samantha Patterson. She's the manager of online communications at Smart Technologies. She earned a master's degree in English at the U of C, so right next door, and began her career in college textbooks and K-9 school library publishing prior to joining Smart way back in 2001. At Smart, she's worked in a variety of customer-centric marketing roles before taking on her current position, leading the company's social media and blog team, which sounds pretty awesome. Sam's also the mother of two, not six. That would be a little crazy, but this is still kind of crazy. 2 6-year-old twins, which I can't imagine having 2 little twin babies. Be a pile of work. So thank you so much for having us, and I'll hand the mic over to you.
Yeah, when I heard Sam is a multitasker, I think there's something inherent in the name Sam that makes you a multitasker, because having twins is definitely multitasking. So welcome everyone, welcome to Smart Technologies. We're really thrilled to have you here this morning, and we are just going to talk a little bit about who we are and what we do. We're a global company, but we often find besides your child's products in the classroom that people don't know a lot about us. So we're really thrilled to talk to a Calgary audience, share a little bit more about who we are, and hopefully inspire you to keep in contact with us and see what we could do together. So as I said, I am the manager of online communities. I'm going to talk about SMART generally, but there is one little slide about what we do in social media. So who is SMART? Our motto, our tagline is inspired collaboration, that we like to get people away from the idea of we're just a tool, that we're just this interactive display in a classroom or a boardroom, that really effective, meaningful use of our products is around collaboration. We are, though, a world leader in interactive displays. There's about 900 employees of SMART. We're headquartered here in Calgary. We have a very large Smart Labs facility in Seattle. We also have sales offices and briefing centers around the world. And what we offer are integrated solutions, hardware, software services for education, enterprise, and government. I forgot to put Instagram on here, but as you can see, we have a very comprehensive social media platform. We have channels dedicated to both education and enterprise. We also have a blog dedicated to enterprise and another dedicated to our education business. And if you're curious what we do with Pinterest, teachers love pinning SMART lessons. So lessons created in SMART Notebook. You can find them all over Pinterest, ideas for what they could do to share lessons, and it's a really great community on Pinterest. So traditionally, we have been very strong in K-12 education, and what might surprise you is our strength in government. So in education, we've been around about 22 years. There are products in 175 countries around the world. We're in 2.4 million classrooms, and we figure about 50 million teachers and students touch our software or hardware every day. Our products are also in the White House, the Pentagon. The US government is one of our largest customers, and they have been since very early on in the earliest days of SMART. So you could say from kindergarten to 4-star general, people use SMART products and have for quite some time. What's a bit newer for us is having meaningful, large installations in enterprise. So, did this mic just drop out? No, we're good? Okay, so this is a representation of companies around the world that use SMART products to collaborate for business. We also have a whole list of companies that consider us a competitive advantage, and while they're open to us sharing who they are under non-disclosure, we can't put them on this slide. So this is just a flavor of the variety of different companies that are collaborating with our products in meeting rooms and boardrooms. So in education, because we have 20 years experience in this space, we have very much been at the forefront of the evolving needs of classrooms. That this probably black and white photo was how all of us went to school, strict rows, front of the class teaching. We might have experience with chalk and dry erase, but our kids probably had some kind of interactive whiteboard in their classroom, especially in Calgary. So what we were known for years was that bringing technology into the classroom in the front of the room space, children come up to the board and interact. And then came tablets, and then kids were, started using tablets in the classroom, and they're a great, great tool, but as someone with lots of experience in the classroom, educators were coming to us saying, do you have any ideas of what we do with these? We see the potential, we see the passion and the engagement with students, but what can we do in the classroom with these products? Can you help us? So what we're evolving towards is creating not only interactive displays, but we have software that is the glue in the classroom between devices, be they Chromebooks, iPads, Android devices, laptops, and interactive displays, and creating meaningful collaboration moments to get away from this experience here and more of a group experience where everybody is collaborating with content and socializing in the classroom and taking that tablet experience from being just a isolated experience into a more shared group learning experience. So one of the products we created to do that is called Smart Amp Collaborative Learning Software. You can find it on our website. We did some research, and out of every hour in the classroom with devices, they're doing about 23 minutes of time not learning. They are navigating between different operating systems. They're dealing with distractions. They're not learning. And so this product is aimed towards creating more learning moments with all of the devices in the classroom. For those who are still using our notebook software, which we said 50 million teachers and students interact with, we do have new features like our extreme collaboration that is enabling sharing and contributions between the devices and the front of the room board. And the smart board, someone at a recent trade show called it an extreme makeover, that they said this was the hottest looking smart board they'd ever seen because it's no longer a projected device, that we are getting into the interactive display space in education with products that are as attractive to look at as the consumer electronics that are also coming into the classroom. And this one is our latest interactive display priced for education. But let's get on to businesses. As you would imagine, we have a lot of interactive displays for enterprise and for your boardrooms and meeting rooms. And what we want you to do, and I'm being facetious here, put them in the most exclusive, non-used boardroom that you need the executive assistant's permission to use and that you won't touch for months and months. No, that's not what we want. We know that initially the appeal of our products in businesses were this is going to look really flashy and impressive in our best boardroom in the building. But where we find people really use our products is in collaborative spaces that they use every day, working together. So that's why we created something called the Inspired Collaboration Assessment. So we want you to go to our website and find out how collaborative is your business. Are you leveraging the technology just to present or to try to take notes, or are you actually leaving that meeting with net new content or a solution that is actually in that digital file that you can share right afterwards? Because collaboration isn't just, high five, great meeting at the end of it. It is having meaningful return on investment. That if you're in the construction business and you're doing meaningful work and design reviews, what return is that when you're working more productively and you're not wasting time sharing emails or not being able to see the same content at the exact moment that you're talking about it? There is real return on investment when you're collaborating meaningfully and using technology to do that better. So some of our solutions we label visual collaboration solutions. So they're intended for brainstorming, design review, process management, presentations, and training. The products that we offer to do those kinds of process-based collaboration work in business is our smart room systems with our own software, Meeting Pro, or with Microsoft Lync. How many people in the room use Microsoft Lync at your business? It is a very, very popular tool. So our own products are things like Meeting Pro, Bridget, Smart Connector for Lync. If you have any questions about these products, you can get demonstrations in our briefing center. And then we also work with Microsoft as a Lync room system provider. So Lync room system is really easy. You walk into a room, the display's already on, and you just touch that blue button, and then it all starts. You're not wasting that 10 minutes at the beginning of a meeting trying to get things sorted. That the seamless experience that you have using Lync between laptop to laptop can be a part of your meeting space now. And remote participants can feel like they're there too because their webcams come on at the same time that the blue button is pushed. and it's really easy to switch presenters, manage controls. The intent of this product is just to make it really seamless, that you don't have to think when you go in the meeting room, it just works. We have the most sizes and most offerings in the link room system category of all the companies that provide link solutions working with Microsoft. So think of us as something you can use in the tiniest work meeting room all the way to your largest boardroom. And now for something completely different. This is what Donna was referencing. We have a new product that we're going to show a video of. And it's called Smart Cap. Smart Cap might seem like a bit of a departure in that it doesn't use digital technology. It looks, when you walk up to it, like a dry erase board. It uses dry erase markers, but watch what happens when you actually use it.
Inspiration. It can strike anytime, anywhere. But how do you get to that breakthrough moment sooner? How do you bring your team's collaboration into the 21st century? Introducing SmartCap, a new kind of dry erase board that captures, saves, and shares your ideas digitally. Just plug it in and you're ready to connect. iOS users can download the app from the App Store and use the QR code to connect. Android users can download the app from Google Play and pair their device by simply tapping it against the board. As soon as your device is connected, you'll see the contents of the board updated live within the SmartCap mobile app. SmartCap behaves like any traditional dry erase board, with a real dry erase pen and eraser. Only with SmartCap, you can share your work with colleagues in the boardroom or across the globe. To connect your team members, just click the share icon, and SmartCap generates a URL that you can email to anyone. All they need to do is click the link, and they'll immediately be connected to the session. With SmartCap, you'll never have to worry about taking blurry photos of your work to share with the team. You can capture snapshots of your content at any time by touching the camera icon on the board itself, or by hitting the icon in the app. You can also save content to a USB drive. Simply plug it in, tap the icon, and your snapshots will automatically be saved as PDFs. Remote users can access all snapshots from the session, even if they join midway through. This way, everyone can track the progression of an idea and look for insights in earlier versions of the work. You can also click the Save icon in the app to upload content directly to your favorite cloud service. This means you can take your work anywhere you go, revisit past projects, and email your notes to team members who couldn't make the meeting. With SmartCap, all content is stored on your device, meaning your work lives on even after the board is erased. Whatever your challenge, wherever your team, SmartCap helps you collaborate better. And that means better work, more efficient brainstorming, and faster breakthroughs. Capture, save, share with SmartCap, the dry erase board reinvented.
Have you seen something like that before? We think it's pretty innovative, and we're really excited to bring that to market in October. So I didn't want to spend too much time showing you slides of our products because I'd rather have you go upstairs and experience our latest and greatest in our briefing center. But if you have any quick questions, we can talk about them here. But really, our products shine when you can interact with them yourself and experience them yourself, because the pictures don't do it justice. Oh, we have another video going. Sorry about that. And that was Scott Brown, our president of enterprise. That was his voice. So did you have any questions about Smart or would you like to spend more time experiencing our briefing center upstairs? That would be a great opportunity too, and ask us more one-to-one questions. But if you have any questions for us now, yeah, please share. Sure. It is made of glass, so you can't roll it up, but it is, it's, I would say, one of our most portable, affordable products we've ever created, and it's really great product. You can do a lot of things, but no, you can't collapse it and put it in your suitcase, although I will pass that on to our engineers. Yes?
Follow on that, like the original smart boards that we've always seen are very, very elaborate, and it's really something to behold. Now this looks like obviously somebody went back to the drawing board, thought like let's start from where, kind of almost from scratch. It looks like a total departure from the original smart boards. So is there, I mean, any kind of insight on what sort of the thinking was there? Was it to create more of an affordable product?
We have always kind of iterated on similar themes, but this was definitely an opportunity to go, what is the basic need? There are still so many dry erase boards. What's the barrier? Is it technology? How does technology get in the way? And this takes, you know, that dry erase experience, walking up and having that experience, and just elaborates on that. It takes that, what is the barrier and why are there still so many dry erase boards out there? And, you know, people who are intimidated by projection or where's my PowerPoint slides, that this is just fills a need that we know is out there, and was a completely different design experience. So we're really excited about having completely new products in our category, and not just variations of similar ideas. So we're really happy that you see it as something completely different from what you're used to seeing from Smart. That's all you got? Thank you. Yes. So it's, the US price is $899. Brittany, do you happen to know the American? So $899. It's definitely under 1,000. The weight of it, that's on our website too. Yeah, it's upstairs if you want to pick it up. Yeah. Yes. Right now our size is our 42-inch, but we're looking at larger formats. We wanted to come out first with one that was, you know, that flip chart, your 3M stickers on the wall, replacing that experience, and then moving on from there. Yes? We have services for all of our products in the enterprise space. It's services depend on your needs. It's a very consultative process. Yes?
Is the board connected to Wi-Fi, or is it making use of like the NFC technology in the smartphone to actually?
So there is an NFC tag in the product, embedded in the product, but if for the more connectivity, Brittany, if you want to speak more to that. So it's, however you're connecting with your phone to your network, it's using the code, the tag in the device, or the I'm blanking out, the little squares that you use to scan. QR code. Thank you. That's the other way to connect the devices.
It's a one-to-many device, right? There's the people monitoring it on the phones, or the computers can't write on the board.
It's a one-way sharing experience. For two-way collaboration, that's where our smart room systems come in. So it sounds like you really got jazzed about caps, so that excites us. Thank you very much. Thanks for your time.
Thanks. That was an awesome presentation. It's always nice to see marketing people that know the product really well. So awesome job, Samantha. All right, so now I'm introducing, there you are, Victoria Bennett, and it's funny, when I saw her name, I was like, I need to introduce her as Victoria Bennett, and she's actually from the UK, so we get to hear a wicked accent this morning. Victoria runs Bennett Molnar Williams Consulting, so BMW, pretty cool name, consulting. She does strategic marketing in oil and gas, and like any entrepreneur, she's got a few other passions that she's turned into a business. She does crowdfunding and corporate shared value, which we were talking earlier. It's very similar to CSR, so if you're interested in that, she's got some pretty cool experience and opinions about that. So I'm not going to turn the mic over. So here's Victoria.
Thanks very much. So Donna said to me a while back, what are these cool apps that you're using? And can we do something behind this and share it with the whole team? And I think I gave a list of about 30 different apps to Donna of the ones that I use regularly and I find really, really help me. We narrowed it down to 2 that I want to share with you today. So first off, I did quite a lot of work in the oil and gas space. And I had a client come to me, and they have an office in Calgary, they have an office in Toronto, and they have an office in Europe. And they're like, how do we make sure that we follow up with all our customers? They were getting business, but they weren't getting the repeat business. How do they keep front of mind? And I said, you need a CRM system. So CRM. So I'm not meaning to teach my grandmother to suck eggs. Now, who understands that phrase? So if you already know this, I apologize. But a CRM system is a customer relationship management system. And so I looked at the ones that were out there. There's about 40 different ones out there that I analyzed. And many of you may be familiar with the likes of, how do I get this pen to pen? Come on, come to mummy. Oh, yes, it's that one. Sorry. So many of you may be familiar with Salesforce. That's probably the lead service in CRM. Fine if you've got $60 to $125 per employee. It's a bit expensive. It's pretty good if you've got the full experience, but it's a lot. If you're really good at tracking all your social media, then these are probably the ones that you should be looking at. Zoho is pretty good as a cheap system, but there's lots and lots of add-ons, and the price continues to mount. And I don't know, I just didn't feel right. Microsoft, it's getting better, but it still ain't there yet. So what I chose for my client was a product called Insightly. So this is the one we're going to be looking at today. So this is a real page from Insightly. It's a home page from Insightly. And what I like about it is the functionality. It's a basic CRM tool, but it also has additional functionality. So, you can see straight away what's been happening, most recently and who's been doing it and what exactly it was. It was an email, it was a contact, et cetera, et cetera. So you get that overview that's really cool. But then you can also see tasks, and you can give people tasks. And when you're working over multiple geographies, or as many of us are, we're home-based, and we've got a team that's based in different locations, you can actually pass tasks to different people. And one of the cool things is it fully integrates into Google. So you can actually put this into your Google Calendar or put it into people's Google Calendars. So that's really cool. You can also have, which is what a customer relationship system is all about, you can also have information on individuals and companies. So interestingly, my client has me in their database. Well, that's good to know. You can see the about, gives you the basic contact details. History, so everything that you've done with that client before. Emails. So you can actually track every email or just the main emails that you've had the interactions. And that's sometimes really good because if you're passing a project over to somebody or you want to know sort of what the relationship is, anybody can go in and see the discussions that I've had in the past. Notes, those are the ones that you've typed in. Files. So if you want to attach a file, if you're working on a project, you can attach it there. Tasks. So tasks that attach to that person. And events. So things that are going on. This one you also put on the social profiles, and I find that really useful because in the oil and gas world, everybody's always switching jobs. 1 minute they're at Nexen, next minute they're at Shell. And so sometimes you can see, oh, they're attached to Nexen, and then next time you go in, well, they're actually at Shell. So you know they've moved jobs. So that's really good because you now need to reconnect with the person at Nexen to find out who's your client. But also you now have a new opportunity in Shell, so it's really good. And Twitter, so you can see what they're talking about. So the next thing you can do, as well as contacts, is you can actually look at organizations. So, oh, they have me in again. That was good. So similar sort of information you have at the top, but you also have news. So they'll actually track the latest news. So that's giving you the latest and greatest. And so for sales guys, they find that really helpful to know what's happening. They've just had a merger. They've just had an acquisition. They've just sold some plot of land, whatever it is. So that's really cool. For anybody who's seen CRM tools before, you're going, I've seen this before. For if you haven't, hopefully this is a bit more exciting. I'll get into a bit more exciting bit further on. So promise, I'll try anyway. So opportunity. So one of the things I really like about this tool is that it does, and for this client, it did US dollars, Canadian dollars, and euros. And there's not many of the CRM tools out there of the affordable price that actually have that option. The other thing is that you can actually see the status of projects. You can see types of projects, and with these, I was able to sort of clarify every single project that was in there. So projects, I just pulled this into, I made a demo one here. But projects, you can also look at all the projects, then you can go into the inside of the projects. I mentioned before about emails. So you have this email address, and if I put that as a BCC, then that actually saves that email to that contact, which is so cool. So you never have to, save it anywhere. It just automatically does it. It's the coolest thing ever. And then reports. That's what ultimately, when you're looking at things, what's going right, what's going wrong, opportunity category breakdown. So, where's your business coming from? Why did you lose it? If you ask a salesperson, why did you win that contract? They will always say, superior salesmanship. Yeah. And when you ask, why did you lose it? Well, it was the price. It was the product. Well, this is actually, a chance to actually get inside and find out really why did you lose it and try and track some trends. Pipeline stage report, I'll show you that in a second. The funnel analysis, you can read it all. But it's a really good sort of reporting tool. So going back to the home, and this is where it starts to get more interesting, is when you do the drop-down menu here, you've got your usual things, user settings, color settings. You can actually brand it with a corporate, so the theme, look and feel, etc. But I'm going to go into the system settings because that's the thing that I find most cool. So you can put in the users. You can group the users by teams. So some of you are thinking, well, I'm a solopreneur, so why would I need this? Well, you might not need the teams, but then on the other side, I'm sure you subcontract. So you could actually create teams around that. I mentioned the logo, the categories. So you can actually break it down. So for some of you who perhaps handling social media, you might put all your customers in the pizza world in one category and all your customers in the hairdressing world in another category. So you can create your own categories and really personalize it to your business. Opportunity state, so where the status of the opportunity is. You saw those before. Relationships, I'll go into that in a minute. Pipelines and activity sets. So let's go into what those really mean. So relationships, I love this. Isn't it useful to know that Mr. Brown lives with Mrs. Brown, and one works for one company and one works for the other one, and they probably talk to each other. So you can actually list out, who's the boss? It's really, really useful from that point of view. Pipelines, love this. So the thing that really differentiates Insightly is the fact that it has project management in there. It's not project management as in Microsoft Project or Basecamp. It's slightly different to that. But when you're working over multiple geographies or multiple people, you need to have some standardization, and that's what this does. So here, we have one for bids, an information inquiry, an inquiry proposal, request for info. And it says the number of stages. So I've just written all over it. How do I raise it? No. So you can see there's 6 stages. So, and you can then define those. So, for example, for a proposal, you set up the proposal, you fill in the sheet, etc. So it makes sure everything gets done. You've got all the tasks there. So it also makes sure everything gets done the right way. You never slip up. And that's good if you're a solopreneur or if you're with multiple people. So let's go back there. So that's the pipeline stages. So you can see, you can actually break those down into more. So you can have a setup proposal file, and then you can actually have activity sets attached to those. So what's in an activity set? So the activity sets, this is the first page, so you can attach them to the right places, will include, so for a cost request evaluation sheet, you need to collect the information to determine the client's objective, fill out the request sheet, submit evaluation, and principal decide proceed or not to proceed. So you can actually put down the activities to be able to go to the next stage of the project. So it allows complete standardization. And on top of that, you can even put timelines on it. So you can put names of people. So if it can only be approved by one person, you can put that on, and you can put timelines on, because shouldn't we always be responsive to our clients? So I really like Insightly. I liked it so much that when I got it for my client, I actually got it for myself. It's very affordable. If it's just for you, it's free. Did I mention that? It's free. And they still give you really good customer service, and it's free. If you have a slightly larger organization, you're looking at about $9 a month per user, or up to $7 if you do it on an annual basis. I'm not being paid for this, by the way. I just love it. And it has all the major functionality of a CRM. I find it really intuitive. There are multiple places to search for things. It integrates into Google, MailChimp, and FreshBooks. It's a really good way of doing your castle maintenance and your invoicing, and it handles multiple currencies. So the biggest reason for me is it's the project management. It standardizes processes and keeps multiple team members on task and on time. I use it, and I'm a solopreneur, and I still find it adds value. And that's where you'll find it. And as I said, I'm not being paid for this. Although I should ask them. But remember, the one thing with CRM tools, it's garbage in, garbage out. So if you are putting a CRM system in, really plan in advance. Work through your workflows, and make sure the data you put in is quality data. Okay, so my second one. So this is back in May time. I knew I was going to be going on holiday this summer and would not have any access to the internet. And so I'm looking around going, okay, so how am I going to manage my clients whilst I'm away? And I'm Googling personal assistant, and this came up. And this is the most amazing app that I have found that I now use every single day. In fact, I was just showing somebody that it's on my screen right now. So it's called Agent. And what it does is it offers battery, sleep, parking, meeting, and drive. And you might say, well, I've got apps that do that. I haven't found another app that does all of these and does all of these so well. So what does it actually mean? So on the battery, you can actually set the trigger percentage as to when this will kick in. And it actually extends the life of your battery. So it will do things like dim the screen, it will stop auto-syncing, and as soon as you start charging it, it'll disable. So I find, I was like, well, is that really making a difference? But you'll see later, it typically will extend your life of your battery for a number of minutes. And how often have we been somewhere where our battery is dying, and that just a bit of a nightmare, so to be able to have that. So sleep. As I mentioned, I have clients, in fact, I just had an email just then. One of my clients is based out of France and South Africa. So they sometimes forget which time zone they're on and which time zone I'm on. And I have a thing about, I always respond to my clients within 4 business hours. So one of my clients in Europe emailed me at 2:34 in the morning. So to achieve my 4-hour response time, when I woke up at 6:26 and picked up my phone, I was like, yeah, I'll get onto this straight away to try and hit my 4-hour timeline. Whereas with something like Sleep Agent, what it actually does is it will send a message saying, I'm sleeping. If you text urgent, my phone will ring loudly and wake me up. And it's an auto reply. Or if somebody, and that's, I can actually name people who will get that message, or other people won't get that at all. So otherwise I won't get the calls coming through. The other thing is, if somebody phones from the same number twice within 5 minutes, it will also send it through because they realize there's some urgency there. but it's completely customizable. So I can put in the list of people that use it. I can say phone calls can wake me. The other thing is, you know what it's like on a Saturday or Sunday. And okay, so I have put down that I wake up at 9 o'clock on a Saturday or Sunday. But if it was a rough night the night before, it might be a little later. Well, if I haven't picked my phone up, if there's no inactivity, it thinks that I'm having a lie-in, which I probably am. And so it still won't work. So it'll actually extend it beyond that time. That is just so cool. So that's the sleep. And I find that really, really useful for me with working over multiple time zones. And I know for a number of people who sleep at different times, something like that would be really helpful. So the next one is parking. One of the things I like about it is you can actually press the button and it will record the parking spot, but it'll also do it from motion detection, or it will do it from motion detection or from your Bluetooth, so we disconnect from Bluetooth. So you actually remember where you put your car. Very useful. Meeting, so that was one I was just showing. I heard a phone go off earlier. And this is SMByyc, so that's cool. But it isn't always cool with client meetings. So this reads my calendar and automatically puts my phone on mute. But as you know, it'll probably send a text and saying, I'm in a meeting, I'll get back to you as soon as possible. So it's that personal assistant application. And that links to any calendar. So this is one that actually had, so it will actually come up on my screen. It says meeting detective. And you can actually then delay it or skip it. So you also still have control, but it automatically does it. So if you're running into a meeting, it'll automatically silence your phone. And drive. Big thing now is this #X. Please don't text me because I'm driving. No, get agent. Then it does it for you. Because it will automatically tell people that you're driving. And it'll also read out messages whilst you're driving as well. So this is what it actually does for me. This is really me. So it says, sleep agent has finished. Good morning. Sleep agent has started. Sleep tight. Detect a car stopping. So super cool. We talked about battery agent. So extended battery by 13 minutes. Useful. You can see I've been married for nearly 17 years, so I don't mind sharing the chat I have with my husband. But this is. It told him I was in a meeting, so he knew not to expect a response back from me. So pros and cons. Firstly, how much do you think this app costs? Correct, it's free. It is a free app. The cons, does this work on the bendy phones? I'm sorry, it is an Android app. So. Thank you.
Thanks, Victoria. I can't believe that's only available on Android, because that's pretty cool. So now I'm going to introduce Tony Johansson. I think a lot of social media breakfast people know him. He now runs his own digital firm called Vox Pop Media. That's VOX Pop Media. Does mainly all digital marketing. He's also an instructor at Mount Royal, teaching social media for business. He teaches a handful of courses through Mount Royal, and he's got a 3- and 5-year-old that he was juggling this morning. And a lot of us know him for his work done with Red Mile and Melrose. So welcome, Tony.
Technical difficulties.
Why doesn't it do that? Where's 5? That's not yours.
No?
It's this one. Can you press it? I'm getting black marks.
Oh, you have to switch to.
Just going to ask a quick question. I'm just curious. Who here does not use Twitter? It's okay. Woohoo! Who here actually uses LinkedIn? Like you go on there, you update your status, you search. Awesome. Who doesn't use LinkedIn updating their statuses? Maybe you're on there, but you don't. Who uses LinkedIn premium account?
Sure.
Pays for it? Okay, so who pays for it? And who uses it?
If I want to click, well, then what? How do I?
Cool. I'm just always curious to see who pays for premium and who uses it.
Okay.
Are you guys ready?
So I have to stay here,
They
though?
need a minute.
Okay.
So why don't you pick a number? This is for everybody with the
Okay,
tickets
perfect.
for the 50/50?
Can't hear you. 50-50?
Yeah.
Just one?
Yep.
Can we split it? Okay, the one that jumped out was super eager, and it is 8. 8. 4, 6, 7. Who's still in right now? 9.
Woo! Oh, look at that, eh? Okay, Catherine, how much was it?
In total, 140 going 20 cents.
143. 143?
Is that half of, or the?
That's the full amount.
Okay, okay, so it's just so you know. And we'll do your course right away.
Now you gotta wait. If you're 1 second slow, you have to wait. So we're gonna do the draw for the social media course, and there's more tickets jumping out. I think it's Donna's energy. All right, so for SBK Marketing Social Media class, October 4th. Okay, I'll read it faster this time. 00561. You got it? Oh, you got it. Awesome. There we go.
Okay, cool.
Good to go?
Yeah.
All right, so I'm last one. I'm going to run through 2 apps, Iconosquare and Spider. Do we have any community managers or people that deal with social media day to day? So you guys might get a little more out of this than some of the other ones, but that's primarily what I do, is a lot of community management, and Instagram's huge right now for us. So I thought I'd go with one of the freemium apps out there, Iconosquare, that we find really useful. So it is free, so you get the big ugly ads. So, but it's got viewer, so just like it basically turns your Instagram into a Twitter feed, so to speak. You can go to statistics, there's snapshots, you can manage, you can promote, and you can actually run contests through this. The contests do cost money, and I've never done it, so I can't talk too much about it. But as you can see, you can change your layout to everyone can be there. You can stream, so it's just like a mobile, or you can focus in on one individual product. So this would be an individual image with what it looks like. So you can see the actual image, you can tell this one's a video. Here's their post. You can actually add your comment on here. You can like it. So for me, I always like this because sometimes it's a pain in the ass trying to do it on the mobile, trying to do it really quick. And if you're trying to engage with more people quicker, it's easier to just hop on a laptop or a desktop and away you go. This is kind of a snapshot of what the analytics look. And this is actually the tool that we like the best, is that you can actually get analytics on your Instagram and kind of figure out what's going on. This is loaded pretty new. I did use Melrose for this, but they don't have a whole heck of a lot because it was just loaded yesterday. So, but I mean, it gives you your basics. So how many likes you've received overall, your followers, how many you're following, comments you've received. It will tell you your new followers, lost followers, and your follower growth over time, your love rate. So it tells you how well you're doing with your photos. So something pretty good, your talk rate, basically all the comments you're getting, and your spread rate. So it's about the engagement beyond your followers and how many likes you receive from people who don't actually follow you. You can break it down into the different components. So there's a rolling month analysis, which is what we're looking at. You can break down your content, and it goes a little bit deeper into how that content's doing, as well as engagement. And with the optimization tool, it's actually pretty cool because it gives you different hashtags that you can use that are related to the topics that you generally talk about, and the people that follow you, that what they talk about as well, which is useful knowing how many hashtags we have to do to speak natively on the Instagram platform. Snapshots is a new tool, so you can actually share with your followers how well you're doing. I don't find a lot of use for this tool. It's kind of a bragging tool, but some people do, and definitely something cool. Some of the cool things, though, is it'll show your first post. So for Melrose, their first one was July 5th, 2011. Some of the first people that followed us would have been myself and, at the time, the former assistant manager. So just a neat little tool. And here's the comment tracker. So this really is the one feedback. One tool that I really like is that you can actually go into it and it'll same way that you get alerted on your phone with you have a message. This is the same thing here. So you can actually see who's commented. You can talk back to them and whatnot as well. It shows your private messages up on the dashboard as well. This is also my favorite tool about the whole thing, the search tool. So it puts it really easily. It's just like Twitter search. And I don't know about you guys, but to me, this is where the value is. Finding who's talking out about your brand, and actually people that don't follow you and you don't follow them. You can find them, you can talk to them, you can engage with them. And it's that open platform that you have with Twitter that you don't have with a Facebook. So it really, really opens up engagement and allows you to reach out to people that are talking about your business. And then the last tool is contests. So again, they actually help you run contests. Basically what you have to do is request a contest, and it'll tell you how much it costs. I've never done it. I'm trying to convince some clients to do it because I really want to use the tool. But it's easier said than done sometimes. So that was it. Next one is called Spider by OneCube. This one, I'm not 100% sold on it, but it's one of the better ones I've seen out there. I use Sprout Social, so I get a lot of my data from that. But the one piece of data that I always have a hard time finding is searching the hashtags and kind of that type of data and tracking it, and then being able to download it into a report and be able to show it. It's pain in the butt. I don't know if you guys ever come across that. Some people, yes, some people no. If you have some of the bigger brands or tools out there, it's not as big a deal. But if you're on a tight budget, like a small agency like myself, this is definitely something to look at. So what it does is basically it'll, you create projects. So right here, and I'll log into it in a second here, was tracking the social media 56 hashtag, and it shows basically at the time, so this was 4:45 p.m. yesterday, there was 100 posts and 33 profiles had actually been tweeting about it. When you break it down, basically here's your project. So you can actually view the project. There's profiles, so when you click on profiles, it will show who's the people are that are actually talking using those hashtags. And then when you flip over to posts, it will actually show you the actual posts of what are people being saying, similar to what we're seeing here. But it's all in one stream. And the profiles and posts are downloadable separate files that you can download. And then the last one is the analytics. So there's the posts. You can see Donna yesterday, laugh out loud, thanks for the kind FF, was thinking about you as I was posting social media 56 info. We'll enjoy the video for this one. That's to Wedge Social. And the analytics. So the analytics basically is pretty cool. It produces exactly what you see, the report. I kind of like the fancy, pretty looking stuff. I'm a designer background. So again, this was at 4 o'clock yesterday, so 33 profiles. 100 tweets, 41.3K reach, 199.6K impressions. Breaks it down kind of how many males, how many females, other, the different areas. Other, I'm guessing, would be robots. I don't know. Just joking, businesses and stuff. So yeah, that's really it. I'll log in and show you guys because it'll be interesting to see what the data looks like right now because it is tracking. I got an email this morning saying your stats have been updated. Here's the prices. It's $49 a month for the basic one. You get 2 active searches, and you can do up to 10 searches with search terms within each one. You can have as many inactive spiders. That was the one thing that was actually, I forgot to show you. So with these guys here, see the little square? That's actually a stop button. So when I hit stop, it'll turn it off. So if you're on the basic plan, you can have as many of these set to go, but you can only have 2 on at one time. And then of course there's the more expensive plans as they go up there. I know this one, $49 a month, is a bit steep for some people still. I know Twitonomy has a $20 program that produces some pretty good data as well. So if you're looking for some stuff on the cheap, but let's log in here. Oh no, Microsoft Explorer. Oops. Yeah, no, I just had to, that's not the website. Spider Cube, that's what I typed in. It's okay. I just gotta get to the web page. I should have loaded it before I got up here. So yeah, here's the beautiful looking interface. And it makes you have like a really long username that you have to create yourself. Really. Sorry, guys.
The keyboard's interesting, right?
Yeah, it's a little bit different up here. Yeah, I'm kind of like,
Typing in simple words before.
there we go. All right, so here's the analytics for the project. So this is real time, 160 profiles since we've been all talking here this morning, 962 tweets, 190.5K, 1.4 million impressions. So pretty impressive numbers for this group right here, right now. And I'm sure there's the peanut gallery from the outside looking in as well, as we've seen. I saw a pretty, someone was swearing up there that they weren't here today. It's the pizza, I think. Here's some of the other stats that they have. So there's an analysis. So YYC Pizza Week in the word cloud is trending pretty big. 284 of these tweets are actually someone pushing a piece of content. 678 is us all chatting and talking. There's some negative stuff. Mean, empty, disappointed, alone, snotty, bad, and shameless. Anyways, I'm not always sold on sentiment. That's the one thing all platforms I've used, even the expensive ones like Topsy, which is one of the best ones out there, but it costs like $1,000 a month. It's robots and algorithms that can't read human empathy and all that stuff. So if you put wicked awesome, it'll track it as a negative. So signal analysis. So this one is the users. So we have lots of newbies in the room. 50% are newly Twitter users. 15% are emerging. 20% of you are stars, and 13 are leaders. And we have one powerhouse in here somewhere. It's probably Donna, right? Here's the mentions. So Social Media Breakfast has 70 tweets out. Pizza Bob 65. Kind of shows you who's really active and who's talking on there. Pizza Week 13. Yeah. Here's the hashtags all revolving around it. So again, it's really cool because the only hashtag I was tracking was this and the @SocialMediaBreakfast Twitter handle, but it's showing me everything else that's related to it. So again, from a data standpoint and seeing what people are talking about, it's good to know. So smart boards. Yeah. And that's really what you get. Yeah, awesome. The ugly side of social media, hey? So that's really the two apps I had to show you today. I'm done, unless there's questions or.
Thanks, Tony. I know we're running pretty short of time, hey? Does anybody have any questions for our presenters? Or anybody else in the room?
Hi, Victoria. About Insightly, watching the process flow of the projects, is there anything that measures time that was spent on it, like a timesheet system?
I don't have my microphone on anymore. I have to use this. You can specify how long things should take, and then the tasks actually change color if you miss that deadline. So there's that sort of measurement, but there's not a report. But you could probably code one.
Thanks. Anybody else? Donna, I'll turn it over to you. Thanks, you guys. Great presentations.
Thank you so much, Shannon. I appreciate you helping. This was actually, it's been about almost 2 years that I've wanted to, I'm an app person, Jazz by Tech, and I've been wanting to talk about apps. So this is really the start of something that we envision over the next year or two that we're going to revisit. We've got a bunch of categories. I'm well over 20 different kinds of categories that we're going to look at apps, and we're going to try and look at managing social media, some analytics, but also some just other things in our day-to-day life that we all have apps that we really like, but if you've ever, how many people have spent more than an hour searching for an app to do a specific thing? An hour is nothing. I've spent 10 and not really found the thing that you are looking for. So we're hoping to spend some time over that over the next couple years. So this was the start of it. So thank you very much for participating, and Shannon, thank you so much for moving everybody along and through that. I think that I just want to. Sorry, I always forget things if I don't do my thank yous with them in front of me, so I apologize. Huge thanks to Smart today. Please take a stop up in the briefing room if you have a minute. The flip chart is really, sorry, what's it called? Smart Cap. Sorry, I got the wrong word in my head. It really is something to see, and I don't know if Sam mentioned a price point, but it is really affordable. So in your businesses, it's actually an affordable tool. I walked into this building thinking that this was enterprise type material, and their products and services are not necessarily that. So take a minute to check that out, and thank you so much for hosting us today. We're overjoyed. Bob left. I said thank you for all of us. We're grateful for the pizza, and it was awesome. To Sam, Victoria, and Tony, thank you so much for taking the time to share apps with us. And sponsors again, their Twitter handles, if you can mention them from time to time, that would be great. Our next event is on October 31st. On Halloween, so save the date. We'll get out details sometime after the middle of October. I'm assuming there's another, and I think that's it. Yes.
And we're all super thankful for the work that SMB team puts in, but Donna, I don't know. You've put at least 20 or 30 hours into this event. So can we get a big round of applause for Donna? Thank you.
Thank you. It's my pleasure. So thank you so much for coming, and we'll see you next time.